narrates that Sayyidina Shaddad ibn Aws, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with, the prudent one is the one who holds themselves accountable and they act with the akhirah as the target. And the one who is incapable is the one who just follows their whims with no restraint, and they presume things about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they presume that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have mercy on them regardless of what it is that they're doing. And inshallah, we're continuing the theme of zuhd that we started a number of weeks ago. And today's hadith comes after talking to Abu Usama. He's not here, I don't see him. But yesterday he asked me this question. He was talking about what differentiates himself from other non-Muslims. And what's the one differentiating factor between us as hopefully successful Muslims and between other non-Muslims who classify themselves as successful and who we oftentimes look to as a model for success. And he's talking, he's a physician, so he's comparing himself to a Dr. Smith within his office, his colleague, and he's trying to see what it is that differentiates me from this individual. And this hadith kind of gives us some answer or some reference to this. Now, a number of weeks ago we defined zuhd or asceticism as not being preoccupied with the dunya and instead focusing on spiritually preparing and prioritizing the akhirah. Now the Prophet ﷺ gives us a description of two types of people here. A description of two types of people, al-kayyis wal-ajiz. Al-kayyis, it's hard to translate the word exactly, but it loosely translates to being shrewd or prudent, which are two words that I learned when I translated this word. Prudent means someone who has good judgment, has wisdom, and they have good foresight. So someone who بينتهز الفرص, somebody who's given an opportunity and they understand the value of the opportunity before it goes, and they actually take advantage of that opportunity. I'm booking flights for August, inshallah, and a couple of days ago I find flights, $700 round trip. It's an amazing price. What do? Do I book it? I'm like, no, I'll wait a couple days, price will go down, I'll book it then. I wait 2 days, price doubles. Somebody who's kayyis would have taken the opportunity and understood the price that day. I was not kayyis in this example. I let it go and I lost the opportunity. So kayyis is somebody who sees the opportunity as they have it, understand the value of it, some investment opportunity, whatever it is. And they take advantage of that opportunity and they seize that moment. That's al-kayyis. That's the first type of person that the Prophet ﷺ describes. The second one is somebody who's incapable, essentially the exact opposite of that. Someone who lacks wisdom, someone who lacks foresight, someone who is in an amazing opportunity, but they just sort of choose not to seize that opportunity. So he describes these two people and he describes two traits or characteristics for each of these types of people. The first level he describes is the level of the self. So these people and their own nafs. So just on an individual level is the first trait. The second trait is that individual with or in relation to their akhirah and how they view the akhirah, how like their expectations of the hereafter and what that looks like to them. So we'll describe the first type of person and then we'll move on to the second one. So the first one, al-kayyis, the person who's prudent, someone who has foresight. The Prophet ﷺ describes a person, man dana nafsahu wa amila lima ba'da al-maut. So the first level is man dana nafsahu. They hold themselves accountable for every single action that they take in their lives, and they weigh that action because they see dunya as an opportunity, not as the end-all be-all. They see dunya as an opportunity to actually get somewhere. So they're holding themselves accountable in this dunya, making sure that every action is working towards the hereafter. It's working towards their hereafter. That's the first part. As it relates to themselves, they're able to restrain themselves when it comes to pleasures and luxuries of this dunya, things that could suck them into the dunya and tether them down here. They hold themselves accountable when it comes to these things. They free themselves from it so that they're able to focus on the akhirah. And that's the second piece. وَعَمِلَ لِمَا بَعْدَ الْمَوْتِ. Every single one of their actions and behaviors is all with the akhirah, with the hereafter as the target. The dunya isn't the target. Everything that they're doing is with the akhirah in mind. The second person that the Prophet ﷺ describes is al-ajiz, the person who is incapable of being able to make a good decision and actually have good judgment when it comes to actually valuing this dunya for what it actually is. And he says, Al-ajiz, the incapable person, when it comes to themselves, the first level, man atba'a nafsahu hawaha. They essentially just follow their own whims and desires, whatever it is that their nafs pleases or wishes to do, they just do it. They don't even think about it. What do I want to eat? Where do I want to go? Career choice. Akhirah is not on their radar. They're just thinking about their own whims and desires and what feels good, sort of just following their heart. This idea of just YOLO. And when you really think of YOLO in this hadith, like you only live once, no, I mean, we live, the real haya for us is in Akhirah. And so if you have this YOLO mentality that you only live once, then of course you're just going to follow your desires, whatever it is that you feel like doing, you'll just do it. So the first level is atba'a nafsahu hawaha. They just follow their own whims and desires without consideration for the Akhirah. وَتَمَنَّ عَلَى اللَّهِ. And they bet on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, essentially having mercy on them. And it's not for any of us to say who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will or won't have mercy on, but it's one thing to bet on something that's not secure, and one thing to actually work towards gaining and seeking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy. It's one thing to just do whatever it is that you want to do, follow your whims, your desires, and say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive me, inshaAllah. وَرَحْمَتُهُ وَسِعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. His mercy encompasses everything. And you see this argument oftentimes, people who say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what's in my heart, I don't need to pray, He understands me. This is tamanni ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just having presumptions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy and who it will and won't encompass. And this is what the Prophet ﷺ describes, these two types of people. And as it relates to the theme that we've been following, zuhd, of disconnecting from this dunya and not prioritizing it, not focusing on it as the end-all be-all. We want to try our best to try to emulate the characteristics of the first person that the Prophet ﷺ describes. Al-kayyis man dana nafsahu, holding ourselves accountable. Every single action that we do, we're actually going back and doing muhasabah and making sure, was that the right action? And it's not even just when it comes to sinning. Like, it's one thing to sin and hold yourself accountable, or to have an opportunity that you lost. You have to hold yourself accountable to that too, despite that not being a sin. In my case of booking the flights, I have to go back and think about, the next time, inshallah, I'm going to go and book the flight as soon as I get it. I'm not going to waste that moment. So it's just holding yourself accountable constantly for every single action, weighing whether or not it actually goes just in your dunya, if it's something that you're actually working for in your akhirah. And trying our best to avoid that second description that the Prophet ﷺ described as al-ajiz, the one who's incapable, the one who just follows their own whims and desires, and they presume things about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that just may not be true and may not apply to them necessarily. I hope that was of benefit. يروي الإمام الترمذي في جامعه بسند حسن عن شداد بن أوس رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: الكيس من دان نفسه وعمل لما بعد الموت والعاجز من أتبع نفسه هواها وتمنى على الله. The Prophet ﷺ narrates, or the Prophet ﷺ says that the one who's prudent is the one who holds themselves accountable and they work with the hereafter in mind as their target. Wal-ajiz, the incapable one, is the one who just simply follows their whims and desires, and they have presumptions and they bet on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala simply having mercy on them regardless of what they do. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. صلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.